Today we're going to show you 5 things you can do with the Mimetic Digitalis. In this example, let's create a 7/4 pattern. First, clear out the MD's step grid by selecting a channel, then holding load and pressing 0. Then advance to 1 step after the number of steps you want to create. Since we're creating a 7/4 pattern, we'll add a high value only on step 8 by pushing and turning clockwise on the encoder. Patch that CV into the O input, which will reset back to the beginning of your pattern. Let's patch one of the other CVs into the pitch input of an oscillator so we can hear it. Add a clock to the MD and switch on run mode. The clock resets back to step 1, thus creating your 7/4 pattern. For this patch, you'll need a clock divider with multiple outputs, an envelope generator, a VCA, the MD, and an oscillator. First, patch a slower clock to the Mimetic Digitalis. Then, patch a faster clock to the envelope generator. Then out to the CV input on your VCA. Let's send the MD's first CV to the pitch input of the oscillator. Add your oscillator to the VCA's input, then out to your mixer. Clear out the MD's step grid by selecting a channel, then holding load and pressing 0. Then press and turn the encoder to add a high value on every other step. Here we'll add it to all the odd number steps: 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 15. Add your clock to the R input on the MD. Let's hear those gates by sending them to the trigger input on the BIA. Then out to your mixer. Channel 1 will be a melodic sequence, and Channel 2 will control the level of the VCA. Let's start by sending the MD's first CV to the pitch input of the oscillator. Next, send its output to the input of the VCA, then out to your mixer. Add your clock to the MD, select the second CV to edit, then push and turn the encoder clockwise until you reach the highest value. Keep it pushed down through an entire 16-step cycle. Patch that CV to the CV input on your VCA. To add in the silent steps, put the MD in stop mode, then advance to each step and press the 0 button on the steps you want to silence. First, you'll need 4 sound sources: a quad VCA like Quantus Ampla, and the Mimetic Digitalis. Patch each of your sound sources into the inputs of your VCA. Then patch the summing output into your mixer. Patch each CV output into the CV inputs on the VCA. Adjust the volume by selecting the channel corresponding with each sound source, then pushing and turning the encoder as a volume knob. Do this for all 4 channels until you get the perfect mix. You can also create additional steps with different volume levels and move between those steps to vary the levels between your sound sources throughout your performance. Learn more about the Mimetic Digitalis at noiseengineering.us. Join us next time when we count down a final time.